Well, well, well. If it isn't our favorite little baby man, our favorite little man, Elon, he's thinking about doing less political spending in the future. I think I've done enough. Sure, man. Yeah, basically like causing the potential kill, the deaths of potentially millions of children across the world because of your idiotic shit, idiotic stunts you pulled at USAID. Sure, man. But what do we got here? He's planning on doing a lot less political spending. Thank God. So I guess he's not gonna like primary anyone who disagrees with him, calling his fucking Doge bullshit fucking stupid.
Are you going to continue to spend at that kind of level on future elections?
I think, um, in terms of political spending, I'm going to do a lot less in the future.
And why is that?
I think I've done enough.
He's not gonna say ever. No, the reason is because he's incredibly caustic. His name is tainted and has been associated with the stupid like dipshit fucking fascism that the U.S. currently finds itself in. Like, keep in mind, same dude who did the. Let's not forget, Elon Musk. Like, bro did this, man. He did it twice, bro. He did it twice, man. Twice. This is why people don't like. He's saying like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna try to get involved into any more political stuff anymore. It's because his name is caustic, and he's already cost the Republicans a lot of political capital. That's why. That is the main fucking reasoning. Okay. No one likes him, and everyone fucking hates him. And you should hate him. You should hate Elon. Elon is a repugnant little piece of shit. Fuck him, and fuck everything he stands for. Let's be quite honest here.
Is it because of blowback?
Well, if I see a reason to do political spending in the future, I will do it. I do not currently see a reason.
Are you going to?
He's not going to answer the question. No, that is the reason. It's because he did his stupid little soy loot twice. But okay. Musk pulling back on political spending. I've done enough. Elon said he plans to pull back on his political spending after flowing millions of dollars into the 2024 presidential election and other campaigns. About what? Like, one of the reasons why Trump won is because it was effectively bought by Elon. You can say that's like, oh, hyperbolic. That's complete nonsense. That's silly. What's like the estimated amount people have said that Elon has spent? Is it like, I think it was about like $500 million, like $500 million or some shit. And he did that all just to buy the presidency, effectively. Musk said during a discussion at the Qatar Economic Forum on Tuesday that he had made his decision because he feels he's done enough, but left the door open to future spending. Yeah, put in like a bunch of private servers to harvest a bunch of people's data for the express purposes of making his own payment service app through Twitter. Destroyed USAID's ability to fucking function because, I don't know, he probably believed in like some schizophrenic fucking conspiracy theory about how they were like trying to trans black kids or some shit, whatever. And also, what other bangers has Elon done in terms of cuts besides the USAID stuff and a bunch of other like federal assistance programs? Because, I don't know, woke or something. It's just been like complete utter fucking nonsense. Like, quite literally, if you're dead in like a foreign country or something, no, you can blame this motherfucking dumbass racist here. He probably had a hand to play in it. That's cool. That's great. In terms of political spending, I'm going to do a lot less in the future, the Tesla CEO said. If I see a reason to do political spending in the future, I will do it, he added. I do not currently see a reason. You know the fucking reasons. Because no one fucking likes you, buddy. That's why. Your name is fucking tainted. It's incredibly caustic, and that's why. Also, you're the fucking probably one of the main dudes that's pushing Trump to do his like, we need to bring in all the Afrikaners because they're currently facing a genocide. Like, quite literally, with in a press conference that Trump did with Cyril Ramaphosa, like, he brought up the fucking white genocide stuff. It's ridiculous. But what else do we have here? Musk has been one of the dominant forces in U.S. politics over the past year, with filings showing that he spent at least $250 million to help get President Trump elected to a second term, including 3 contributions of $25 million in the final 2 weeks of October. Since Trump took office, Musk has led the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, because Reddit, as it has pushed for widespread layoffs and spending cuts across government agencies and departments. But he's also been a source of significant political pushback and a rallying point for Democrats seeking to oppose the Trump administration's agenda, which I find is fine, to be honest, but like, it makes Trump and Elon look like the aberrances and not the sort of like main Republican Party, right? This is the thing that I've broadly been speaking about, like how ineffective the Democrats' messaging has been in general when it comes to like tackling fascists and the Republicans. Is the main problem is that they don't treat Trump or like Elon as like the Republican Party. Like, this is the Republican Party. This is who they are. This is who they have always been. And is like treating them as like, oh, they're just like kind of like weird sussy guys. They're just like kind of weird, you know? This isn't like your normal Republican Party. And it's just like, dog, that's not gonna work, dude. Like, this is gonna be incredibly fucking ineffective. This is not like your old fucking Republican Party. It's just not. It's you're fucking trolling when you say that, dude. Musk's America PAC spent $12 million to support conservative Brad Schmeels against liberal Susan Crawford in the Wisconsin Supreme Court race in April, but supporters of Crawford rallied around opposition to Musk, and Crawford comfortably won the race. Yep, and that was when basically the writing was pretty much on the wall for Elon, was because of that Wisconsin Supreme Court race. Musk's time serving in the Trump administration is also coming to an end shortly, as he's been a special government employee that allowed him to serve in his role for 130 days. He's indicated his plans to leave at the end of the span, which comes at the end of this month. If Musk truly does pull back on his spending heading into the 2026 midterms, it could be an additional challenge for the Trump administration seeking to hold onto control of the House in the midterm elections. I think the House is pretty much, I think it's pretty much a write-off. I'll be honest, for the administration. I think they're going to pretty much write that off instantaneously. I'll be quite honest, because Project 2025, with how lightning fast everything has been, generally speaking, like, then the idea sort of with it, that was sort of by design, because let's be honest here, Russell Vogt and like all the Heritage Foundation freaks, they knew that like. They know like their agenda, broadly speaking, is quite unpopular, and like it's not gonna really gel with like most of the American people once they actually recognize like what the Republicans are up to. You think Dems are flubbing it, dude? I do think so. I think like it's gonna be a fucking shoo-in for them, because like think about it, Boy Meets Mini. In deep red districts, like Republicans have been going out and getting fucking pissed at their elected representatives. Like, they look really bad, to be honest. Like, it's a good opportunity. Like, the Democrats are going to be the ones that they're going to be gaining in a lot of these purple districts, especially. Why? And we can even see it with the whole budget reconciliation fucking nonsense, right? They're talking about, like, cuts to a lot of social safety programs and stuff, which a lot of these fucking Republicans don't really agree with. Why? Especially in these purple districts. Why? Because they know that they can be easily attacked for it. That's why. And they're probably going to lose their seats. So, depending on what happens with the budget reconciliation bill, what ultimately comes from it, that's probably going to be a really, really big indicator for how potentially well the Democrats are going to do in the midterms. Like, I'll be quite honest. If a lot of the proposals and cuts are going to happen, like, you know, we've seen could potentially happen, I think like in 2026, they're gonna fucking lose the House. I think they're gonna get cooked in the House. But yeah, that's probably gonna be the biggest tell, the biggest indicator. It will be that sort of budget reconciliation bill when it passes, probably inevitably, because it has to pass, right? It's gonna pass. The question ultimately becomes like, oh, what's gonna happen from there? Obviously, like what's in the bill? What's going to be I don't know, sort of like there possibly for a lot of these more swingy district Republicans there to tell to their constituents, right? Who could potentially vote for a fucking Democrat. And there's a lot of these like teetering seats. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to like say that the Democrats haven't been flubbing it. Yeah, obviously they've been flubbing it. But the people who have been flubbing it more are not people in the House. The House have been pretty much solid and consistent, right? It's not House Dems that are the problem. It's the Senate Dems that are the problem. They have to be more potentially wary as a result, but not so much the House. So I don't think like people are going to be too pissed in particular with the House Democrats, more so with like Chuck Schumer and stuff. And who's like the sort of like main Democrat? Like I guess like another thing is like people might have a problem with like the Democrats not really doing anything. That's also another argument, sure. But if we're broadly speaking talking about like bills and how like everyone's voting, generally speaking, in the House, Democrats have been pretty solidly consistent in just saying like, no, we don't like any of the shit that's going on here. We're just going to actively vote against everything. But we kind of have to just wait and see what happens. It's really contingent on what's going to be in that budget reconciliation bill. If the cuts that are going to go through, or that are being proposed, if they're going to go through. Because if those cuts go through, a lot of these like purple district Republicans are probably going to be completely cooked. I'll be quite honest. Maybe even like more like safer red districts. Maybe, because people are fucking pissed, man. They're pissed about this shit. Rightfully so. They don't like the fact that this dumbass bullshit's happening. So honestly, all we can really do, honestly, and this is my basic assessment, we're probably going to get a way better idea as to how the 2026 midterms are going to play out as soon as we see what's in that budget reconciliation bill. That's going to be a big tell, I'll be quite honest. But yeah, depending on what's in that bill and some of the other stuff that may be coming out, who knows, we'll probably be able to have a much better tell in the 2026 midterms. And I mean, yeah, with Elon gone out of the picture, that's a huge source of Republican funding. We know that there have been reports, broadly speaking, of Republicans struggling more and more with a lot of their funding sources. So, or at least with the RNC. I don't know about so much, like, there's like super PACs and other stuff, but a lot of like smaller time, like conservative sort of like candidates and stuff are not necessarily going to get as much like super PAC money. It depends. Especially if it's not like a very sort of like guaranteed sort of safe seat. Yeah, maybe, honestly. Like, I think it's mostly going to be contingent on what's in that budget reconciliation bill. That's probably going to be the biggest tell right there. But all we can do is just wait and see what happens with that. And we'll probably have a much better tell for as to how much of an impact Elon pulling out of the political spending realm, I suppose, is really going to have, I think.